Welcome to lesson 61. We're going to look at two-step inequalities. So while I'm solving, you're going to be on the lookout for the following four things. Watch how I use algebra to isolate the variable, how I solve the inequality, and how I graph that inequality. And I use that graph to identify potential solutions for the inequality and verify it with substitution. Let's look at our first problem. 200 minus 4 and 5/10 x is less than 20. If you'd rather see it in our ax plus b equals c form, I can just move this around. If that makes you more comfortable. We're still going to solve it the same way we would a two-step equation. So I'm going to make a zero pair with b. And that leaves me with negative 4 and 5/10 x is less than negative 180. And I'm going to divide by negative 4 and 5/10 on both sides. Again, I'm always keeping balance. That's going to leave me with an x as the expression on the left side. And on the right side, it's 40. Just double checking with my calculator. Yes, it's 40. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to put a little star over here because we just divided by a negative number. And when we divide by a negative number with inequalities, we flip our sign. So now we're looking for values of x that are greater than 40. I'm going to graph this just so we can see it. It's part of our solution. So here's 40. We're looking for all the numbers that are to the right, that are greater than 40. All right, and let's just choose for our check a value that is greater than 40. Let's just choose when x equals, this would be simple and just put 41. So 200 minus 4 and 5/10 x. And I'm going back to my original inequality. We're going to substitute times 41. So 4 and 5/10 times 41 gives me 184 and 5/10. So 200 minus 184 and 5/10 is 15 and 5/10. And this is less than 20. So our answer is correct. Hit pause so you can jot this down in your notes. Again, the big takeaways I want you to see here are the actual steps for solving two-step inequalities are the same as two-step equations. And also putting a huge star over here anytime you divide by a negative. When that happens, you are flipping the sign. When you're checking your work, however, you're using your original inequality. And we're substituting a solution in the original one. Let's go into our second problem. A number divided by 3 minus 15 and 5/10 is greater than 35. We'll create our zero pair. And that leaves us with a number divided by 3 is greater than 50 and 5/10. Let's get rid of that 3. So we're going to do the opposite. A number divided by 3 is opposite would be to multiply by 3. So notice when I see that division and my variable, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. And when I do that, just so you can see why, I would end up with 3y divided by 3, which would leave me with just 1y. So that's why we're multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm left with y is greater than, let's do this to the other side, 50 and 5/10 times 3 is equal to 151 and 5/10. Let's graph this so we can find the numbers in our solution set. 151 and 5/10. Circle around 151. I want y to be all the numbers that are greater, so I'm going to go over here and identify all the values to the right. And I'm going to test it when y is equal to, I'm picking any value, just a value that's over here. I'm just going to pick 153. I'm going to sub this in. Y divided by 3 minus 15 and 5/10 is greater than 35. 153 divided by 3. 153 divided by 3 gives me 51. And yeah, I know it seems redundant. I'm rewriting the same things again and again. But you would be surprised how many silly mistakes we make. Even I made a few mistakes making this video with just calculation errors. So that is why I just want to make sure that we're using all our math correctly to solve this. And we're getting 35 and 5/10. And that is greater than 35. So our solution works. So yet again, big takeaways. The steps of solving two-step inequalities are the same as solving two-step equations. It's just the same practice or those same EE skills. So hit pause and jot this down in your notes. Remember, when you're checking your work, choose a number that's somehow in the solution set that you see on your number line. And as always, make sure you're keeping your work really visible so you can always follow back and see if you make any errors. Like even I made 2 or 3 errors when making this video and had to restart again, but it was easy to spot because all my work was there. Get feedback from friends if you need to, and I will see you in the next lesson. Take care. Bye.